Previously on The Greatest Estate Developer, our hero mastered the art of magical construction, outsmarting the system and thwarting the enemy's evil plans. But a new threat emerges. A catastrophic disaster draws near, and our hero must build a... Lloyd Frontera's castle is on fire. The king's decree hangs in the air. Exterminate every last one of them. Lloyd is already trembling. His family's lands are mortgaged to the hilt. Debt collectors are closing in. Every last one of them. Commanders are not typically on the front lines, but Valardi Blanc is no ordinary commander. He's a man with a plan, and he wants to execute it to wipe out the locusts. The stakes are high, and the cavalry soldiers are looking to him for leadership. But they're also wounded, and Valardi's pride is still hurt from being sent away by the wizards.
You said your name was Javier. I believe I can trust you with this request.
The situation gets even more intense. The kingdom's strongest soldiers, part of the White Cavalry, have just been transformed into the Frontera Baron's engineer corps. Lloyd can't believe it. This is his chance to turn his family's fate around. The obstacle is making sure these soldiers don't lose their combat edge while learning new skills.
Stop. This is unacceptable.
The soldiers' reactions are immediate. They hate being taken away from the battlefield and forced into hard labor. The consequence is Lloyd trying to win them over with his persuasive skill. Lloyd takes a deep breath and shows them something that might just change their minds. The key action or twist of this chapter. Valerian Lardy Blanc, commander of the White Cavalry, is met with a shocking revelation. The enemy's leader is none other than his own long-lost brother. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Valerian's world is turned upside down as he grapples with the weight of his brother's betrayal, forcing him to question everything he thought he knew about himself and his allegiances. The estate developer's worst nightmare just came true. Clan 6 fortune went up in flames, burying the entire clan under rubble. Lloyd Frontera's eyes snap open, and he's already regretting his life choices. His family's debt is suffocating him. Every handshake is a lone shark breathing down his neck. He rolls over, burying his face in the pillow, and tries to sleep the nightmare away. But the reality of his situation hits him like a ton of bricks. He's a noble with no prospects, no skills, and a family on the brink of disaster.
What's wrong, my lord?
Lloyd barely registers Rex's voice. His eyes are fixed on the ceiling, his mind racing with the unending bills.
What's wrong, my lord? Lloyd, with a deep breath, accepts the challenge. Together, they devise a daring plan to take down the mastodon herd. They'll match the beast's speed and strike from the outside, one layer at a time. But the cost is already mounting, to casualties on their side. Sir Oleg, a brave soldier, might pay the ultimate price for his love.
Lloyd's anxiety is boiling over, his anger physically affecting his body. He resists the push to lead the cavalry into a potential trap, his hands shaking uncontrollably.
Please move swiftly.
The key action or twist of this chapter is happening now. The greatest, he charges forward, unleashing a barrage of attacks as he single-handedly takes down the front line, leaving his enemies reeling in horror. The emotional stakes are sky-high as Hazel's resolve is shaken to its core, his pride and confidence battered by the brutal reality of their dire situation, his resolve hanging precariously in the balance. The cliffhanger is left dangling as what remains of their herd is now surrounded, with the greatest he and his comrades closing in for the kill, their fate hanging precariously in the balance, as they await the order to attack.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Suho's hands move furiously as he draws out a new plan, a way to turn the abandoned waterway into a trade route. His eyes lock onto the maps on the wall, his mind racing with the possibilities. He knows the estate's finances will finally begin to change.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
And with this new waterway, the potential for growth becomes real. But will it be enough to save Lloyd's family from financial ruin? Lloyd stands firm against Sir Durando's concerns about the waterway's disturbance. He knows that the legendary beast at Lake Kapua, King Storma, is a risk, but he believes it's one they can manage. Lloyd's mind is set on tormenting the giant hamster, King Storma, as he's asleep. He looks forward to the battle, even if some might think Satan wouldn't stoop to such evil plans. Lloyd's resolve hardens as he prepares for the fight, his eyes gleaming with determination. "Sir, what if your research is wrong? What if he attacks us?" "I'm being treated like a dog?" Lloyd exclaims, his voice tinged with indignation. "Simulation mode. Let's see. Where should I breach so that it doesn't cause a flood?" While also waking King Storma, legendary beast King Storma bursts forth, unleashing a devastating storm that shatters the fragile truce, plunging the battle-scarred landscape into all-out chaos and bloodshed. In this heart-wrenching moment, we see the once unbreakable bond between the greatest he and his devoted knight shattered, leaving a deep chasm of mistrust and anguish that may never heal again.
Lloyd spots a Beong, a creature he doesn't know, trying to sabotage his dam. His thoughts are racing. What is this creature doing? And why is it damaging his dam? He remembers the words of Lord Byron. "You're not just a noble Lloyd, you're a key player in this world." Lloyd's instincts tell him to protect his dam, but his knowledge as an engineer tells him this is more than just a simple sabotage. "It's like you're trying to damage my dam to do something. Did you really think I would just fix my dam and go back to sleep?" Lloyd, now fully engaged, charges at the Beong with his dagger drawn.
The white cavalry descends upon the battlefield, led by the greatest he, unleashing a maelstrom of power that threatens to overwhelm the enemy lines in a stunning display of might. The emotional toll mounts as our hero, fueled by the arrival of his powerful allies, begins to regain his footing amidst the chaos, his determination and resilience shining through despite the crushing weight of failure. As the dust settles, a new threat emerges in the form of the Rumble, a ticking time bomb that will shatter the natural dam, unleashing a torrent of destruction that promises to dwarf the chaos already unleashed. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari so you never miss what happens next. Lloyd Bai's shocking past connection to Bion is unveiled, exposing a deep-seated enmity that has shaped their tumultuous history, igniting a firestorm of emotions and intensifying their rivalry. The stakes are raised as Bion's true intentions are called into question, leaving Lloyd Bai reeling from the revelation of his own family's dark legacy and the crushing weight of his own destiny. The fate of the legendary beast King Storma hangs precariously in the balance as the pursuit of power and revenge hangs over the horizon, foreshadowing a catastrophic confrontation that will reshape the very fabric of their world. Stay with Manwa with Hari. Subscribe so you never miss a chapter.
You should be grateful I'm saving you from yourself. Asterisk asterisk, the battle is heating up, and our giant hamster, Quang, is in the thick of it. We're in a war zone now.
Bangul and King Storma are at our doorstep. Lloyd. King Storma's got an offer for Lloyd Frontera, the infamous lazy noble. He wants Lloyd's help with a problem that requires engineering skills. Bangle's trying to convince Lloyd, but it's clear Bangle's scared of King Storma's intentions. Bangle's goal is to persuade Lloyd to help King Storma.
You should be grateful I'm sparing you from the consequences of your own actions.
Lloyd's hand hesitates. For a moment, it looks like he's considering King Storma's offer. But then he snatches his hand back. The gears in his head are turning. He's thinking of a way to outsmart both Bangul and King Storma. The tension in the air is palpable. Lloyd's eyes lock onto King Storma. Is a challenge accepted?
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
The room falls silent. Lloyd's decision has been made. King Storma's face twists in a scowl, but Lloyd just smiles. He's confident in his plan. The room erupts in whispers. King Storma stands up, his presence commanding attention. He's not happy about being outmaneuvered. Lloyd's smile widens. He's ready for what comes next.
As the shocking revelation unfolds, the truth about Mikoa's sinister intentions is finally exposed, sending shockwaves throughout the entire estate. The emotional toll takes its brutal form as Ji-Yun's heart shatters into a million pieces, her world forever shattered by the man she loves. The ominous implications of this new information threaten to upend the delicate balance of power in the estate, leaving everyone scrambling to adapt or perish. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari so you never miss what happens next.
Stop. You're reading too fast. Brian, Lloyd stumbled backward, his eyes wide with the weight of the debt. Every dream he'd ever had, every hope he clung to, was now nothing more than a burning ember.
Lloyd can't help but wonder, will they be able to pay off the debt on time? Suho's dignity and well-being are at stake. How can Lloyd fix this? The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The key action or twist of this chapter, presented in vivid and dramatic present tense, with exactly words. As the enemy soldiers close in, our heroes launch a surprise attack, unleashing fire and fury upon the enemy. But amidst the chaos, a shocking revelation shakes the very foundations of their world. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost, presented in Mac's words, to make the viewer feel it. The weight of responsibility crushed our protagonist, and the burden of his failures is weighing heavy on his shoulders, as he struggles to come to terms with the devastating consequences of his actions and the love he lost. The barony's downfall is already written on the walls. His words are like a sharp arrow to the heart of the villagers, who've lost their homes and their families. With their resources dwindling, Nicholas knows they must act fast to avoid catastrophe. Nicholas meets Lloyd, the new lord of the estate, who seems more concerned with his drinking habits than the impending disaster. Nicholas reminisces about the past, remembering when he first moved into the estate with his family. He recalls how proud they were to own such a beautiful home, but now it's nothing more than a distant memory.
When we first unpacked all our luggage after moving into that house.
The key action or twist of this chapter is, workers frantically rush to set up temporary tents while searching for more ingredients, their faces etched with desperation as the food stock dwindles. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost, is, a young boy's smile wilts as he hears the bleak reality of their situation, his heart torn between hope and despair as his family teeters on the brink of disaster. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved, is, with resources dwindling and the threat of hunger looming, the question on everyone's mind remains. Will they be able to survive until the next harvest, or will they succumb to the unforgiving land? The entire city is crumbling. Lloyd Frontera, aka me, wakes up feeling the weight of a foot elevation gain. My family's estate is on the verge of disaster, and I'm the one who's going to inherit the financial ruin. Sir Byron, the estate manager, is counting on me to turn things around, but our financial situation is crippling. My engineering skills are the only thing that can save us. Suho, I knew I could count on you. But I'm not Suho, I'm Lloyd, and I'm trying to wrap my head around how Suho ended up here. The city's infrastructure is ancient, and I see the problems our ancestors created. Lloyd Frontera stares at the contract in his hand, and his eyes widen as realization dawns. He's nothing more than a means to an end for the people close to him. The tension in the air is suffocating, and Lloyd's face contorts in desperation.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Lloyd's hands start to sweat, and his grip on the contract tightens. He's trapped in a web of debt, and the weight of his family's future is crushing him. Lloyd wants a fair deal with Diego, but Diego's just humoring him. But Lloyd's not fooled, and he sees the con artist behind Diego's facade. He's furious. Diego's just using him for his own gain. Lloyd's eyes flare with anger as he confronts Diego, his voice rising in outrage. What kind of person tries to take advantage of someone like me? Lloyd demands, his voice cold. His family's trust is at stake, and Lloyd won't let anyone take advantage of him.
Ah. He really has a nasty personality.
The key action or twist of this chapter. As the senior knight's words hang in the air, the entire room falls silent, awaiting his verdict on the traitor's fate, with the crowd's collective breath held in a mixture of anticipation and fear. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. In a stunning turn of events, our beloved person gains an unexpected ally in the senior knight, gaining a crucial ally in their darkest hour, but also revealing a disturbing aspect of their past. Lloyd's face twists in frustration. Rio's just laughed at him, dismissed his proposal like it was nothing. But Lloyd's not one to back down. He's got a plan, and he'll see it through no matter what it takes. He takes a deep breath, his eyes locked on Rio's. He knows this is just the beginning. He'll save his family's estate, no matter what it costs.
What trick is that sly fellow up to again?
Tension explodes as Lloyd's calculations unleash a chain reaction, exposing a catastrophic financial collapse that threatens the very foundation of the estate development. The emotional stakes are at an all-time high as our protagonist's fate hangs by a thread, their reputation and livelihood on the precipice of destruction, leaving them feeling utterly helpless and defeated. The cliffhanger hangs precariously as Lloyd's desperate gamble threatens to spiral out of control, his plan on the verge of imploding, leaving the fate of the estate development and its inhabitants hanging perilously in the balance. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari so you never miss what happens next.